Hello. It's me. I'm back. I don't think you need an introduction because you're watching this video one way or another because you know me, but if you don't know me, hi, my name's Nitin. I'm just a dude who likes spending a bit too much money. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put this video into two parts. First part will be the haul review, and the second part will be my experience in Japan. By the way, this video is completely unscripted. So I mean, this is like going to be like very free-flowing, free content. But I'll probably edit it so it'll have some structure or at least like timestamps or something. But nonetheless, let's get started into the clothing reviews. So let's start with the clothes that I got. So this haul in general is a mix of both gift items for friends and then some personal items. So we'll start with the stuff I got for my friends, and then we can go into the main meat of the purchasing. Okay, so these are the Capital denim that I got for my boy Nate. As you can see here, these pants have like a really, I don't know if it's gonna come up on camera that well, but these pants are like really dark indigo, like almost black kind of, but like I don't know if the lighting is gonna get it, and I'm not sure if my phone camera is doing the favors, but these are like the super dope dark pair of indigo. They're like your standard jeans, but like with some Capital flaring. I think on the tag it says it was made in their Okayama factory, so that's pretty dope. Very minimal branding. As you can see, there's this Capital branding on the rivet, as you can see here. I might do a better job of showing you later. And like for the Jacron patch, it's like this suede with like, I think this little tag is, I think it says like Capital as well. So like super low key pair, but I think it's more of those like, if you know type pairs. So Nate, I hope you like these. So let's get into the stuff that I got for myself. So in total, I got 2 pairs of pants, some loafers, and a bag. If you might have seen on my stories, I think you know what store I went to the most. But let's start with the non-P brand items. So here are my wool trousers that I've gotten from Bottega. I don't know what season this is. I might do a little bit more research, but they're basically 100% wool trousers. I gotten them from Kindle, which is this I think secondhand consignment store in Japan. They focus on carrying a lot of designer items, but like in general, Japan is like kind of a gold mine for secondhand stuff. You don't have to get it from Kindle, but like since I wanted mainly to get some luxury items, that's where I went to. But I'm told that if you really want to go thrift, there's this one district. I might go pull it up, the link. I'm blanking right now, but yeah, I think I'm okay. So here are the pants. As you can see, that they have these really cool waist detailing that they have for like the fasteners, so you can change like how like slim or like wide you want the waist. I'm gonna respectfully wear these at the widest setting just because they're a size 46, so they're slightly a bit too much for me. Or actually no. I'm gonna leave them as they are because they fit perfectly, but if you needed to, you can totally adjust these. So yeah, they have these cool waist detailing. They also have this neat lower pocket on, I believe on the left, yeah. Which I don't know what why would you want it, or actually what even is this for? It's like this, there's a zipper here, but I don't, it's not even a pocket, it's just a zipper. So I don't know if you're into Bottega more than I am, please let me know. But yeah, overall these pants are pretty sick. I'm a big fan of the way that they fit on me. I expect to see these in upcoming video. But yeah, these pants are pretty dope. They have, like your standard Bottega branding. So like you have this like triangle in the back pocket, which it's like their if you know type thing for their clothes. So yeah, these pants are sick. I've got these pants for this much. I will hold up the number on the screen. I don't remember off the top of my head, but if you're looking for secondhand luxury stuff, definitely give Kindle a shot. If I knew more stores, I'd tell you, but Kindle were the ones that I went to. So yeah, moving on to the next pair of pants that I got. So here are these pants that I've gotten from the Kindle store in Ginza. So it's same chain, but this one just opened up, and these are these Prada pants I've gotten from. I originally thought these were nylon, but these are actually polyamide. So that's kind of dope. These pants, they're your standard 4 pocket pants with this additional thigh pocket on the right leg. This is where you also see the the classic Prada branding as well. They have Velcro cuffs on the pants, so you can change how they fit. Like if you're wearing boots or like sneakers, you want them wider or tighter. But they're pretty sick. I think I wore these in my trip to Kyoto. So yeah, they're pretty dope. I got these pants for up here. Like I said, I don't remember how much I got it, but I'll throw it up in post. But yeah, there's not really much to say. They fit pretty slim. Yeah, I mean they're just like your standard tech wear pants from Prada. So these are the pants, and then let's go into the items that I gotten from the Prada store itself in Ginza. So here is the bag that I gotten from Prada. I walked into the Ginza store for the first time, and I was like, okay, let's see. Shout out Subono-san, by the way. Subono is one of the associates working there, and we ended up hitting it off and stuff. So thank you, Subono, once again for all your help. I'm sorry I don't subtitle this in Japanese, but but I hope you'll find a way to watch this. So yeah, so here is the Prada bandolier bag in nylon. There's so the exterior is Saffiano leather. I'll definitely do a B-roll for this one. But as you can see, it's like your standard box bag with a nylon adjustable strap, meant to be worn crossbody. But I think what the cool part is this detachable mini pouch on the strap, so you can take it off if you don't want to or not. I keep it on because when you're in Tokyo so much, you need to pull out your Suica or your Passmo, whatever, to get on the subway. And honestly, that's what I used it for. It's just a really convenient pouch to carry my Suica, as you can see here. So it's really funny, but so yeah. But this bag's really dope. I like it. This was my first ever Prada bag, I believe. I like the really technical aspect of it. It's pretty dope. And I use this bag honestly ever since I got it. I wore it in almost every day just because how convenient it was to hold all my things. But yeah, I mean it's your standard Prada nylon bag, so I mean I don't know how detailed to get into it with. I'm trying to open this bag with one hand while I'm reviewing it. But you'll see it better on the B-roll. So yeah, there's there's pretty decent spot. There's one internal pocket for the bag. And then also like this big pouch, so you can put your wallet and your passport if you're me, or you could put like whatever in this bag. But this bag is super dope. So yeah, I got it for this much up here. I think I saved a decent bit on the bag just because with the yen falling, it was definitely cheaper than getting it than going into like Prada themselves over here in the States, or like getting it online. So little tip to everyone, if you're in the area and you can, definitely get it from Japan just to take advantage of the slightly weaker currency. So yeah, this bag is super dope. Has the Prada detailing on the strap and also the side buckles as well, and then you have the main badge here as well. So yeah, this bag is awesome. I'm doing a great job of reviewing it, but it's okay. So next up, we're going to review the chocolate loafer. Here are the loafers. I'm just holding one of them because I think it's redundant to show off two of them. But yeah, so I literally worn this pair once on my final day out in Tokyo, because I went to this restaurant called Lecce, and honestly, I wanted to like ball out since like it was like my first time going to a Michelin restaurant. But anyways, besides the point. So these loafers are pretty chunky. They're your standard penny loafers, but they have this really chunky sole, and they're called the chocolate loafers because, as you can see here, I'm trying to get it on the camera a little bit, but like they have this chocolate ribbing around the top of the sole, and I like that detail. It's pretty cool, but they fit pretty well. I think I went true to size, and they fit me well, maybe like half. Nope, I went true to size. So yeah, go true to size on these. But yeah, they're your standard leather loafers. So up top is this shiny leather. I believe it's calfskin, and the bottom soles are rubber. There's not much to say. They're just Prada loafers. I love them. They go well with my style. So I can recommend. They're also really comfy. Like, I don't want to like show for the brand too much, but like I was out in these shoes almost all day. Or not all day, all night. I first went to the restaurant, and then I spent a very long night out in Kitasenju. And I walked around in these. And honestly, my feet didn't hurt at all. Like, that is all the clothes that I got from the trip. I would have gotten more, but I decided to exercise a little bit of caution when I went on this trip. But I will definitely be back for more. But yeah, I kind of went a little much on the product, but honestly, I think it was worth it. Yeah. The basics. I was in Japan for 1 week, actually 6 days approximately. So I landed there on Sunday, and I left on Saturday, so 6 days. I stayed in the Quintessa Hotel in Ginza. I chose Ginza because it's approximate location to the rest of Tokyo, and especially the fact that it's in Ginza. If you don't know, Ginza is like a really big shopping district in Tokyo. There's like all kinds of stuff, but mainly luxury items, and like some other clothing stores too. It's also home to like the Uniqlo store in Ginza, which is like unironically like 10 floors, or somewhere around that. So it's like if it's not just like a bunch of designer stuff. You could just hit up the Uniqlo store and like, you know, like you'd be pretty good. But yeah, I wanted to go to Ginza because I'm a big shopaholic, especially for fashion. So that's where I wanted to stay. So yeah, Japan overall. I'll probably just do like the good, the bad, and like, you know, my recommendations or what I want to do different next time. So the good, I can honestly rave about this in a separate video, but the subway system is phenomenal. I mean, I don't know if you're a massive transit nerd like I am, but there's a reason why the Tokyo subway systems is regarded as quite possibly the best in the world, if not one of the best. I can't speak to other places, but I can definitely give you my recommendation for Tokyo. The system is pretty intuitive. It's really easy to understand for the most part. I did get lost once, and I didn't even get lost. I accidentally went the other way for like 4 stops before I realized I was going the wrong way. So it's more of a skill issue, if anything. But like everything's really like, you know, laid out well, and easy to understand. The signs are all in English as well as Korean, Chinese, as well. So like, you know, like they're making sure that everyone can take the subway. Stations are basically everywhere. Google Maps is definitely your friend for when you're taking the subway. I definitely used it a lot before I started, like, you know, just like using it like a local, and then, you know, just like figuring out which direction goes to where and then just taking it. But when you're first there, definitely use Google Maps before you get like a little accustomed to it. I got the subway card, the Suica. I think I have it still here. Yep. So this is the Suica. You can also get a Passmo as well. I think if you don't want to wait in line at the airport for the Suica, you can get the Passmo as well. But the neat thing about the subway card, like either the Suica or the Passmo, that you can use it like outside of just a train. So like you can use it at like all the convenience stores and then like some other stores as well. You can use it on vending machines, which is really nice. So yeah, I just loaded up 10 bands on here. Just so I like make sure I wouldn't run out. And then like I used it on not just the subway, but like, kombinis and then also like the vending machines as well. And I think I still got like two bands still on here, 2,000 yen. So so yeah, maybe like don't maybe don't do what I did. But oh yeah, a thing about the Suica. So you can't, for the welcome Suica at least, I'm sure if you get like the normal one you can do this, but for the welcome one alone you can't refund your balance on the Suica, I believe. For the normal Suica and the Passmo you can, so if you're leaving Japan and you don't intend on returning for a while, you can refund it, and then that's like pretty convenient. But you can't do it for the welcome one. And I think the balance also expires at some point. I think so. I don't know, if someone from the area can tell me, then yeah, just let me know. But I'm pretty sure the welcome one, it also expires, but hopefully it'll be good in time for my next trip. So yeah, that was the subway. And then like the general sightseeing of Japan. So I spent a lot of time in Ginza, but also I went to Roppongi. I went to Omotesando, which if you don't know, it's like the Champs-Élysées of Tokyo. Like, so it's like another shopping district, but they're known for like all the stores like lined up on both sides with like trees and stoplights. It's a pretty cool experience as well. So I went there as well. I went to Ueno, which is like this big which is this big izakaya place in Tokyo. Like, so it's, the streets are just full of izakayas and stuff like that. And I also went to Kitasenju in Tokyo, and that was like honestly like the coolest like nighttime experience that I've experienced. It's like these like little bars, like, and honestly I think it's just all just full of bars, but like there's also like karaoke, which I did, and then some other cool things. But like, if you, and like the great thing about like Kitasanju is like all the houses are in like stores are like really cute and like like kind of traditional-ish. So like, if you want to get some nighttime photos, definitely go to Kitasanju. That's like the local recommendation. So yeah, so that's it for Tokyo. And then as well as Tokyo, I took a day trip to Kyoto. I passed by Fujii on the way there. Didn't get any pictures, unfortunately, just because like I sat on the wrong side of the the bullet train, the Shinkansen. So it took me about like 2.5 hours kind of from Tokyo to Kyoto Station. So I went there for a day. I saw Kinkaku, the Golden Temple, and also the bamboo forest on the mountain. I forgot the name in Japanese, but I saw the mountain as well. Climbed it, I unfortunately didn't get to go to the Thousand Torii Gates. I'll definitely have to do that next time. But yeah, I mean, that's like kind of leading into the negatives of my trip. I just unfortunately timed it slightly poorly. I went during the sakura season to see the sakura or cherry blossoms, and it's really funny because I went to go see it, and then there just weren't any. Yeah, and the problem was in Tokyo, I went a little bit too late, and I didn't really see them because like it's Tokyo, so like you have to go outside the city, and I didn't really do that for Tokyo. And then when I went to Kyoto to see the cherry blossoms, it was a bit too early, so unfortunately I didn't get that many pictures of cherry blossoms. But like I'm sure if you time it a little bit better than I do, you're gonna have a better time. But also another thing was Kyoto itself was packed with tourists. There was so many. And it's not just like Americans, like it was literally just like everybody. So like you have your bunch of Chinese tourists, you have your Korean tourists, even like some Indian dudes too as well. So yeah, like basically everyone and their mom was at Kyoto and like visiting it. So it was like really hard to move around. Like the sidewalks were clogged. So yeah, I mean, I know like it's like the pot calling the iron black, but if you want to go visit Kyoto, honestly, don't do it during the tourist peaks. Like that's my number one recommendation. If you want to see Kyoto and all like the touristy attractions, try to go during the off seasons, like during summer slash like early fall, because then like simply the volume of people visiting would be way lower. Um, so yeah, so that was a negative thing. My biggest thing was, for at least for my trip, I wish I stayed longer. 6 days, unironically, was not enough to explore what I wanted to explore, and that's just for Tokyo alone. Like I don't even get me started for the rest of the cities. Like I saw a little bit of Kyoto for like the day I was there, and then I went back before night. Um, but yeah, like my biggest tip, give yourself 2 weeks, honestly. Like if you can, stay there for 2 weeks, because 1 week, unless you are jam packing your schedule, and you're like following it like to a letter, you're not gonna have enough time. So I wish I stayed there, because I missed out on seeing Shibuya, Harajuku, or Shinjuku too. So like a lot of the big nightlife districts in Tokyo, I just didn't end up going because I was elsewhere. So yeah, yeah, just do yourself a favor, give yourself time. That's my one thing. Yeah, so that's that. The food was really good. I went to a mix of like your standard restaurants, but like I combined it with like a bunch of fine dining as well. Um, so as for notable restaurants, I went to Nikuya Tanaka, which is like the number one wagyu place in I believe Tokyo. Um, it's not on a Michelin guide or anything like that, but it's a really good omakase. I believe it was 20 courses, 10 around 10ish courses. Yeah, so 10 courses. With like, it was like a really intimate experience. I was chatting with the head chef himself as well as the side chefs. It was really interactive. I'll throw up some pictures on the screen now, if you haven't seen them already. But the food was really good. Honestly, literally had the best steak of my life there. So if you're really big into wagyu, definitely go to Nikiya Tanaka. Um, Aside from Nikuya Tanaka, I went to Tokihami, which is this really like small wine-based izakaya. It's on the Michelin Guide. Surprisingly, I learned about this fact after I went there. But basically, like it's like this really small izakaya. But like honestly, the vibes there are amazing. The place is like so small, even Japanese people have a hard time finding it. Um, but like like the menu's excellent. I'll throw up some pictures that I took from there now. The owner's super nice. Like honestly, he was like one of my first friends in Ginza. So like thank you so much. But yeah, the owner's super nice. The staff's really helpful. But the one thing I will tell you, and this will lead into my future point, their English is not their first language, obviously, but they're not necessarily the most English friendly, if that makes sense. Like they're still super polite. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking them on their service, but if you can't read or speak Japanese, it will be a bit difficult. You can get there with Google Translate, I'm sure, but your experience is a bit diminished if you're not able to communicate with the head chef or staff. So I went to Tokihami. The menu was amazing. Just like a really nice izakaya experience. A bit more formal than like your like typical izakayas, but like if you want something like that, definitely go there. It's located in Ginza, like down the street from my hotel. So if you're in the area, definitely give it a shot for one night. Um, so that was that. I also went to Latio, so that was like the like highlight of my food experience and for like fine dining in Tokyo. Latio is this French restaurant. Their chef specializes in creative presentation of game based French cuisine. So like I had deer, I had duck, like a lot of like wild like wild vegetables, like mushrooms, and like I'll throw some pictures here. I honestly forget what I ate, but The service was lovely. I like, once again, their staff is capable of delivering. I was actually, this leads into my next point. Um, the experience was lovely. The What I really liked about the place was that the staff was actually like giving these detailed descriptions of where everything was from, like, like where how is it made, like, what to expect. And they can do this in both English and Japanese. I said Japanese was okay because I'm trying to learn it. But like, you're not going to be completely out of luck if you go there. It was also an omakase. I believe it was 9 courses, which I got, like, like the 9 course experience. It was really good, definitely worth the money. Their wine selection is phenomenal. I only scratched the surface, but if you're really into French cuisine, I would definitely give Lecture a shot if you want like something a bit more original, because like the whole place is like the whole like point of Lecture is to like show off the highlights of nature. And so they had like this really interesting like nature themed like place, like mat thing for your plates. Like there's like this dry display of like things. Their presentation was like clearly like botanical inspired. Some of them even had like botanicals on there for the courses. But overall, a very good experience, and definitely deserving of the 1 star. Outside of the fine dining experiences, I did, like, stop by like your izakayas, like your random street restaurants, your like a kombini food even. But in general, like, if you like, I don't know what else to say, but like, if you enjoy eating, definitely give Japan a shot. There's definitely something for everyone. Just like make sure you enjoy Japanese food. That's like the number one thing. I don't know why you'd go, but we'll figure it out. But so that was the food. So yeah, I think that concludes my experiences. I did say that I unfortunately didn't get experience it too much in the nightlife. Like, I did go out like every night, to either Tokihami or Ueno or Kitasenju, but I didn't like go to like the nightlife places. So like Shibuya or like Harajuku or Shinjuku, like that's something on the list. So I can't tell you how the clubbing experience was. So then my recommendations. I think this will come as no shock to you guys, but I think you're getting where I'm going to go with this one, but my number one recommendation is try to pick up some Japanese for the trip. Now, I'm not saying like, I'm fluent in Japanese. I'm far from it. I've only studied the language for about 4 months, and that was like one of my biggest regrets, was not knowing more so I can interact with more people. But like, definitely Japanese will help you in both speaking and reading it. Not only just because like like basic functionality of like reading signs and like like reading products and like but like also like more importantly interacting with people, because I've noticed that while like it's not, you're not necessarily going to like get gaijin coded, like obviously everyone will know like you're a tourist, right? But like there's a big difference between how like some people would treat like like non-Japanese speaking tourists versus like if you like can get by with Japanese. Like I was okay. Like I wasn't like, I'm not gonna like flex or and be like, yo, I'm perfect in Japanese. No, I'm still learning. But like I was able to have fairly basic conversations with people in like the staff, and like the quality of the experience like went up when I told them like Japanese is fine, just talk to me in Japanese, and like I'll figure out the rest of it basically. But that's like my number one recommendation. Definitely try to get some in your back pocket for when you go. But in general, people for the most part are really friendly. Just make an effort to like respect the culture, and like just don't be like walking around like super rude and like like stereotypical American stuff. Like be respectful of the culture, know a bit of Japanese, and you'll go far. Like honestly, like the people there are really friendly. So it wasn't anything like that. I will say as a disclaimer, sometimes that's not enough. Like you will get turned down at restaurants. Or me and my friend, we walked into some restaurants and they told us that, oh, sorry, the thing that we're closed. So sorry, but like in like the most broken English possible. But like you can see like just Japanese people eating there. So like that will happen to you. So like it is not even just like a skin color thing. Like my friend, he's Chinese, but even he got turned down. So yeah, I mean it's gonna happen. So like, honestly, the nice places worth going to aren't going to do that to you. In my opinion, I don't know about all the restaurants, so take this with a grain of salt. Your mileage may vary, but if it happens to you, like, it's nothing you could really do, but it's just like Japan, while like a great place, they are still fairly xenophobic. So it's something to keep in mind when it happens. But for the most part, the people I've interacted with were really friendly and nice. So I'm sure, like, you'll say, I think I've been yapping for a bit too much now. I gotta go edit this out. But basically that summarizes everything in Japan. I had a really fun time. This was like my first solo-ish trip ever, anywhere really. So like, or like rather, this was my first like solo-ish trip outside of the United States. And honestly, the overall experience, I definitely give it like an 8 to a 9 out of 10. And like, this might be slightly biased just because like I'm like a big, big weeb too. So like, but like, in general, it was a lovely place to visit and I cannot wait to go back again. But yeah, that concludes this video. If you made it all the way through, thank you so much. Or even if like you just skipped around to the end, thank you guys for watching. I don't know if I'm gonna like do this for every trip. I might not, but I'm low key in my travel era. So the next place I go to, or even if it's just Japan again, I might just do